from Inhaler, who's with us right now. Hi, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Oh,
thanks for letting me play my song.
Oh, that's okay. So where does this take you back to, Talking Heads?
A lot of places, a lot of different nights. Some are quite blurry,
Okay.
but yeah, I think being a teenager and kind of discovering the Talking Heads for the first time was a big moment for us.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like David Byrne's just kind of a hero of ours also. So it's just kind of really free music. You want to play it at a party, you know? Very rhythmic.
Quite difficult to choose one Talking Heads track, I always think. If anyone it says, what's your favourite? There's just always another one that comes up and you go, oh, yeah, well, maybe that, or maybe this.
Yeah.
Did you see David Byrne at all when he was doing the tour before?
You know what? We were in New York when he was doing it. It was like one of his last nights. And I think we had like a very small window to go, but we just couldn't make it. But I think hopefully he brings it back on the road. But it looked amazing.
Yeah, no, I think that is the plan ultimately. Well, it was the plan anyway. So you were on the cusp of throwing yourself and everybody, or at everybody, with your music. It was all about to happen. The album's going to happen. Live music was happening, and then all of a sudden, COVID happened instead. What was that like for you? Because you know, really young kids in a band, really excited about what you were doing. What effect did it have on you?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of a healthy dose of reality, because we kind of got into a band to not grow up. We left school and then started touring, and then obviously COVID happened, and we were just we didn't know if we were going to be a band for that much longer. You know, I think people forget, but at the beginning of COVID, like, it was very uncertain. Nobody knew what was going to happen. So I think that kind of forced us to grow up a little bit.
Absolutely. And you didn't see each other for a long time, obviously. How was that? Because I get the sense that you're incredibly tight friends, aren't you?
Yeah. We kind of see it as we're kind of friends before we're bandmates, you know, like we all kind of met around when we were in school, and I've kind of gone through the same experiences. We're all friends with the same people. Like, we're a very kind of tight-knit community, but not being able to be together, not just for being friends, but for being musicians, not being able to be in a room together playing music is it's pretty vital to what we do. So yeah, it was a very hard one to adapt to, but I'm really proud of the lads because we dealt with it well. We just kind of turned our attention onto the album and writing that. Yeah.
And now you have live gigs that will be happening, which we'll talk about in just a little time, but just Reading and Leeds was confirmed today, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think we've kind of become numb to to like festivals being announced now, just with all the cancellations that have happened. But I think, you know, when we're there, then we'll celebrate it that it's happening.
Okay. After the performance.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
but
before.
we're buzzed to be playing gigs again.
Okay, let's play the first of your tracks that you've done for us for the Sofa Session. So this is Inhaler, and we'll chat more to Eli after you listen to Cheer Up Baby.
BBC Radio 2.
Beautiful Inhaler, and that was Cheer Up Baby, recorded at Maida Vale, and Eli from the band is with us right now. So Eli, what was your Maida Vale experience like?
I have to say, I was going to say, we got such a buzz off doing that.
Oh, I'm so pleased.
Yeah, it was like, we were quite nervous going in because we hadn't played in front of anyone in a long time. I think it was the first kind of people we played for, in months, really.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of buzzing with the two engineers. Shout out to them, they were great.
I wish I knew who they were, which ones they were. I mean, they're all the best in the
great.
Business, of course.
That sounded really good. So
you're happy with it?
Yeah.
And how many times had you been to Maida Vale before? Was it many times?
We've been once before, and we loved it. I don't know. It's just a very special building. It's sad that it's gone, but we're excited that we kind of got to experience it at the end.
Yeah, no, the real sense of history. It's a really beautiful place to be playing as well. All the pictures on the walls, and then the sound that you get when you're in there. So I'm really pleased that you got to be at Maida Vale. And as we were saying, you've got gigs coming up, and the first proper big one, I think, is Boardmasters, which is in Cornwall, of course. How are you all feeling about doing that?
Again, I mean, mega excited. As excited as you can be. We're just kind of we're in shock that things are coming back. Like for a long time, we didn't know if we were even going to be able to tour the first album at all. We kind of held it back because we wanted to kind of give it some time, and then lockdown happened, and we just said, like, you know, nobody knows how long this is going to go on for, so let's just get in there and record it. And I'm kind of glad the timing seems to have worked quite nicely.
Yeah. The title of the album, It Won't Always Be Like This, is very ironic, considering.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really is. But the thing is about that is we wrote that when we were like 17, you know. It was about, like, you know, some girl that I had a crush on or something. It wasn't like about a global pandemic. But it seems to have really kind of fit, and it does kind of sit nicely in that area. And, yeah.
Were all the songs written? So was the album completed before COVID happened completely?
No, it's kind of album 1.5.
Okay.
We had a load of singles before, and the album was kind of shaping up to be, like a compilation of singles, because we were going from tour into being in the studio for a couple of days, recording the next single, and then going back out. And over lockdown, we just had loads of time to focus on it as an album. We wrote like 5 more songs for it, and so in a weird kind of, in a bizarre way, the lockdown kind of helped us in that regard. We just kind of had time to slow down and think about it, the album as a project.
And there are songs on there, I presume, then that reflect COVID and the pandemic and the lockdown, the effect it's had on people.
Yeah. I think we kind of we did a lot of maturing over lockdown, and I think before that, all the songs were kind of like I said, like kind of teenage, small dramas that didn't really mean anything to the wider world. And I think when lockdown happened, we just couldn't help but write about it. Yeah. I mean, if we were ever going to write about the world, it was going to be now.
Absolutely. Well, you had the time as well as the thoughts and the emotions to go with it.
Yeah, definitely. We had the source material.
Let's play the next track you did, and we always ask people to cover a vintage gem, and you've gone for a Pixies track. So tell me why this song.
This is a song that we used to do like so much when we were just kind of starting out. Something about the Pixies is, I think, especially if you're a band that's just learning to play, their songs are so beautifully simple that, you know, anyone can really try to play them. And so we would just play this song and another song called Hey, but that's a little harder, so we went with this.
Keep it simple.
And, yeah, exactly. It's more suited to radio, I think. Okay. But yeah, it's just a great song, and they're a massive inspiration of ours.
Okay, we should play it.
BBC Radio 2, The Sofa Sessions.
It was great. I love that. Inhaler doing Here Comes Your Man, originally done by Pixies, of course. Eli, have you ever met Frank Black? Have you bumped into him at any points in your life?
No, we haven't, but there was one time where we played in Dublin. I think we played in Whelan's, and like it was after the show, all our mates were around. It was pre-COVID, so the place was like rammed. Everyone was taking our beers, that sort of thing. And our tour manager ran into the room and he was like, "Lads, the Pixies are here," because I think they were doing a gig in Dublin at the time. We were like, "No way." He was like, "Yeah, come on up." Like, you know, they're upstairs in like the kind of lounge area of the Whelan's. So we like ran up with him through all these people, went into this kind of weird party room that I'd never knew existed. We were just kind of wandering around looking for them, and we never found them.
Well, they're very tiny Pixies. Not surprised.
Exactly. But like, we, you know, I said to Gary, our tour manager, I said, "Where were they?" Like, and he was like, "I don't know. I just heard they were here."
Oh,
and
no.
The biggest mystery to us, but we'll never figure that one out. Maybe they were there.
Maybe they were. Maybe they vanished. Maybe they were shy. Frank Black is very shy, actually. That could have happened. One day, that day will happen. Listen, just describe for us what an Inhaler gig is like. So when people do get to see you live, if you can just set the scene, tell us what it's like, that whole experience.
Do you know what? I wish I knew what it was like, because I'm always standing on the stage and I never get the full experience. I want to hear what it sounds like out front. I think generally quite loud. We've quite a lively audience as well, especially in the UK. We've kind of been touring for a good few years now, so we know the faces that come around, and they always kind of bring the energy.
And that's nice, is it?
Yeah, that's lovely. Especially kind of when you've seen faces that have been there since the start. You know, like we have memories of doing really tiny venues in the UK, and like having these people come to like, you know, loads of the shows. So it is nice. It means we must be doing something right.
To keep them there, yeah. Well, we've had so many messages coming through from people who are hardcore fans of Inhaler, so the love is real. The love is very much there. There was one girl, Susie, I'm sure she's been at loads of your gigs. She says, will fans actually be able to meet the band? Should we wait for them afterwards in these strange times? Which is quite an interesting question, because probably you can't be meeting people up close and personal, can you?
We've been talking about this a lot, because obviously that's a massive, you know, we haven't been able to connect with our fans at all over lockdown. You know, we've only had like Instagram and that. It's great, but it's not like meeting them in person and having a full-on conversation about the gig.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to see how it goes, but we'll probably have to be careful.
Everyone's just feeling their way through this thing. They really are. So yeah.
Yeah, we don't, because we'll be traveling around as well all the time. So it's like, I would hate to know that I've given it to someone, or something like that. See.
No, you've got to keep safe. Just from my experience of seeing a festival last weekend, just to let you know as a performer that the audience are so warm and loving, and it's very emotional when you do your shows. So when you are at Boardmasters or whatever, I just want you to know that there will be so much love for you, and everyone will be there, and it'll be a great experience. So I hope you enjoy every single second. I hope all the rest of the shows happen as well.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I know our drummer Ryan says he has he has dreams about it every night. That first walking out onto stage. So yeah, it's
in a good way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
They weren't nightmares, I hope.
Fingers crossed. The final track we're going to play is your choice as well, and it's a childhood song. So where does this take you back to?
So this one, again, like one of the kind of, we didn't cover this one, but we covered Molly's Chambers, and Kings of Leon. I don't know, like they were a very, very kind of early influence on me. They were kind of one of the first guitar bands that I fell in love with, and I think a lot of our guitar parts are quite inspired by them, and they're just really great songs. I think it's something that we hold very dearly. You know, like I think Kings of Leon are kind of, well, they're the kings, aren't they?
They're just a great guitar band. Okay, we'll play them now. Eli, thank you so much. Love to the rest of the band, and thanks to Inhaler for this whole session today.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye.